George R.R. Martin says, "A reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies." That's because reading truly has the power to transport you to different places and to different worlds. It gives you the opportunity to live the lives of so many different kinds of people, to think what they think, to feel what they feel, and it also imparts a lot of knowledge. I really believe reading helps us grow into better human beings. Now, if you've clicked on this video, chances are you already know all of the advantages of reading books, but you're having a little bit of trouble in developing that habit of reading books, or you're finding it difficult to pick up your first book and start your reading journey. Well, you've come to the right place. Hi guys, and welcome to Fandom Newbie. My name is Shruti, and in today's video, I'm going to give you 5 simple tips on how you can start your reading journey and inculcate reading into your daily lives and make this into a habit. So, without further ado, let's just get started. Now, the first thing I think that you might be struggling with is how to choose which books to start with. So I have a few tips for you there. The first one is to look at what other content you consume, whether it's on Netflix or on YouTube or on Instagram, just all the places where you consume content, and see if there are any particular genres that stick out. For example, if you like watching thriller movies, or if you like watching chick flick romance kind of TV shows, or if you like watching comedy videos on YouTube, chances are you like those genres, and chances are you will like books which belong to those genres. The next thing you can do is simply just go onto Google and type up bestsellers in that particular genre and see what books come up and start from there. Or you could ask a friend who you trust to recommend a certain book belonging to that genre, and you could start there. Or you could follow booktubers who recommend a lot of books and you could start by reading some of their recommendations. In fact, I have made a video where I've recommended 25 books for beginners belonging to various different genres, so I'll link it up here for you guys to check out. Check it out and see if there's any book in there that catches your fancy. Now, once you've selected which book you want to start with, just pick it up, read it, and see how you feel. But this is the place where I feel that most people will give up on reading books, because if the first book that you pick up, you don't really feel very interested in it, or you get bored with it and you give up on it basically, don't think that you're not a reader or reading isn't for you just because the first 1, 2, 3 books that you pick up turn up bad. Because it just could be that those books weren't for you. So you can try either a different genre or a different book in that genre and keep going until you find what works for you. As with all different forms of art form, whether it's like paintings or sculptures or even like TV shows and movies that you watch, give yourself the time to actually discover what you like, because once you do, once you figure out what are the type of books that you really like and that that really impact you, I guarantee you that it will change your life. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is how to actually develop the habit of reading and how you can inculcate it in your everyday life. And to do this, I'm going to talk about this process that I actually read in a book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. Now, in this book, James Clear has given us a step-by-step way of how to develop good habits and how to keep those good habits and not kind of revert to the bad habits that we have been used to. The first step in this process is to make it obvious. Now, according to James Clear, you are more likely to do something if you see it every day. So the thing is that you need to make sure that these books should be visible to you every day, and they should be placed in a way that you see them and you're constantly reminded that you need to read. So for example, keeping the book near your bedside table. So that is like when you wake up in the morning, that's the first thing you see, or before going to sleep, that's what you see. So then it kind of means that you might, read a book as soon as you wake up in the morning, or you might read the book before going to bed. Another way that you can do it is you can keep the book the place where you have your morning coffee or your breakfast. So again, it's like when you get your coffee and you get your breakfast and you sit down in that place, you will see the book and automatically you will remember to pick it up and read it. So it's just about creating these kind of systems in your life where you see the book and so you're reminded that you have to read. So the first thing is to make it obvious. The second step in this process is to make it attractive. Now again, you are more likely to do something if it attracts you. Now, one way to make the whole reading process attractive is, of course, what I said right at the beginning. If you find which books you really like, automatically the reading process will become attractive, because if it is a very compelling thriller that you're reading, or it's like a steamy romance that's very like ooh la la, or if it's a fantasy book that transports you to another world, like you're automatically going to be really interested and invested in that story. So you're going to want to read it. Another way to make the entire reading process attractive is to associate reading with an activity that you already like. So for example, one thing that you can do is to buddy read a book with someone. So you can buddy read with a loved one, you can buddy read with like your best friend or your partner, like your girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, whoever. You can buddy read with a parent who you're very close to, like buddy read with someone who is like very close in your life. So that way, firstly, you have kind of like an accountability partner in a way, but it also makes the entire process of reading a lot of fun because you're doing it with someone who you love, and that becomes like a group activity that you do with someone who you care about. So again, it makes the entire process of reading something attractive and fun that you can do with someone who you care about. The third step in this process is to make it easy. Now again, in Atomic Habits, James Clear says that you are more likely to do something if it is very easy for you to do. If you don't have to go out of your way to do something, if it's just like right there in front of you, you're more likely to do it, because obviously why would we do something if it is painstakingly difficult to do? So one way to make reading easy is to start by reading very easy books. So you don't have to feel overwhelmed and intimidated by reading extremely big books. You can actually just pick up comic books, you can pick up graphic novels, you can pick up manga, you can pick up children's books or like books for teenagers. So like, I mean, basically it's just you need to start getting to the thing of like sitting down with the book and reading it rather than scrolling on your phone or watching TV or something like that. So starting with really easy books that are very, very simple to get through is one way to make the starting of your reading journey very easy. Another way to make the reading process easy is how you access books. Two ways that you can actually, sitting at home, just download books into your devices is one, read ebooks. Now, the most convenient way that I think that you can read ebooks is honestly using Kindle. So you don't need a physical Kindle, like the actual device for you to use Kindle. You can literally download Kindle onto your phone or onto a tablet that you already have, and then just go on Amazon and buy Kindle books and download them straight into your tablet or phone. The second way that you can listen to books is audiobooks, and I personally love audiobooks on this channel. That is my favorite way to consume books. I really, really love audiobooks. And an app that I absolutely love that I have spoken about multiple times on this channel is Storytel. Again, it's just about around 300 rupees per month, and you get unlimited access to audiobooks that again reside on your phone. So you can just go on the Storytel app, look at the audiobook that you want to listen to, and start listening to it on the go. So again, the way you access books can make it a lot easier for you to get more reading done, because the books are right there on your device whenever you want it, and you don't really need to rely on delivery services or going to the bookstore to actually get the book. So it makes it a lot easier for you to start reading. And the fourth step in this process is to make it satisfying. Now, what James Clear says is that when a task is satisfying, only then does like a trigger go to your brain that, oh, we should do this again. And in this way, like as you keep doing it and as it keeps satisfying you, it kind of becomes like a loop and the habit becomes repeatable. One way to make the entire process of reading satisfying is to create an atmosphere around reading. Now, you must have seen a lot of these really aesthetic pictures of people being very cozy and reading books, lighting candles, sitting with like coffee or tea or like something, basically some beverage of their choice, and they're sitting and relaxing and reading a book. And I know that many times you might be like rolling your eyes at this and finding it very pretentious, but trust me, when you create this atmosphere around reading a book, that entire process of reading a book just isn't just about you making a habit out of reading. It's honestly creating this atmosphere where the act of reading the book de-stresses you, it calms you down, it disconnects you from your like screens, basically. Like, it disconnects you from your TV or your laptop or your phone, and it's just a way to kind of wind down. And if you create this atmosphere that makes you feel calm in any way that you want to, it could also be that you're listening to an audiobook as you're running or like as you're walking, and that becomes a satisfactory thing because you're exercising along with your reading. Like, you know, it really depends on how you want to do it. But when you associate reading to something that makes you feel happy and calms you down or makes you feel excited in some way, will you want to do it? Because that's how reading works for me. Like, I read when I'm extremely stressed out, and reading for me is a way that really calms me down and makes me feel at peace. So I know that every time I'm stressed, if I read a book, I'm gonna feel better. So that's why I keep reading again and again, because it makes me feel good. So I feel that when you associate reading with something that will satisfy some other craving or urge that you have, you'll automatically read more. Doing these steps can really help incorporate reading into your daily life, and trust me, once you do start reading, it's a habit that can and will transform your life for the better. I mean, I can guarantee, if nothing, you will just discover amazing books that will make you feel happy, that will entertain you, and yeah, overall will just fill your life with joy. So yeah, that was my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, share it with all your non-reader friends and get them to start reading books and become a part of this community. But also give this video a big fat thumbs up. Leave a comment down below letting me know which was the first book you read in your reading journey and how it went. I would love to hear all of your stories about how you guys started out in your reading journey. And of course, do subscribe to my channel for more book-related videos. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!